friends. Today is day 3 of school. It is Wednesday, August 23rd. I'm finally able to vlog. I will have a maybe semi-normal day today. We begin ABC Bootcamp today, which is just a program that I found from Mr. Greg at the Kindergarten Smorgasboard, and I know I talked about it in my classroom video when I did my tour, and I linked his product page underneath that one, and I can link it below in this too. But it's just fun activities for letter sound and letter naming review, and so we're going to start that today. We are not going to go in order. We're going to go in foundations order. So I think today's letters are T and B, and we're having bananas for snack. And then we're making special hats to go along with our T and B. So we're making a B, a bzz kind of B, and a turtle hat, which will be cool. And then we have a little ABC Bootcamp alphabet book that we do, and I have little sound boxes that I use. And I'll try to show you that maybe right after I do it, or maybe at lunchtime, since I have lunchtime today. Yay. So I'll kind of let you know how things go. Let me see if I can show you my outfit. Obviously you can see my hat, and I made this on the computer and just stuck it to my jacket. I couldn't find the shirt I wore last year. I think it might be in my daughter's closet, but I've got this like khaki green shirt, and then I just have like an army green shirt and some khaki pants, and I have some army boots, if you can kind of see those right here, army boots. So that's my outfit for today. And so the kids don't know about it. I forgot to tell them. I did send something home with the parents on open house last week. I don't know if they'll remember, but it'll be okay if the kids are surprised, because it'll be even more fun. So I'll try to check in with you periodically through the day. I kind of have to get back to the swing of vlogging through the day, and also trying to get everything done and keeping myself on schedule since it's so different this year. So I'll check back with you later. Whew. Kids are in their dismissal spots, and I'm free for now. I do not have morning duty, and I do not have after school duty right now, because my partner teacher is doing cross-country track, so we do the same duty. So since she's not able to, I don't have it either, so I'm okay with that. We'll have it later though. I wanted to show you some of the stuff we did today for our ABC Bootcamp. I got a little warm, so I took off my jacket. But let me flip the camera around and show you a little bit of stuff in my room that you didn't get to see when I did the tour, because I didn't have batteries for my lights, and I just got something from my I just got something from my purchase order today. So I'll show you that too. Okay, I wanted to show you my pineapple lights all lit up. Those are cool. And then the ones over here by my desk. I've got very squeaky shoes on today. There are those. And I found my read sign. Look. Woohoo! I found it the night before open house. I was so excited. I put it up right before they came. Then here are the lights up on the board. I don't know if you can really tell if they're on right now, because I have the lights on in the room. But there are the lights there. And they just kind of show through the little holes in the pineapples. But you can kind of see it right here. That one. I just got, finally, my polka dotted pocket chart. So I'm excited. Kind of goes with my pineapple theme. I had been using the apple pocket chart, and that worked fine. There's my lamp all lit up. I don't know if you saw that before. All right, and then we did the letters T and B today, and I wanted to show you my little sound boxes that I made. Now, these are kind of based on the ones that you can get from Lakeshore Learning, which are way too expensive for me to get. So I just got these latch boxes at Target 10 years ago now. Oh, I think I'm open. And I just made labels. Those are just the Avery labels, so I could tell the lid that went with the box. Inside, I have the capital, upside down, capital and lowercase letter for whatever we're working on. And then I have just objects that start with that. So I have, I think, 6 objects for that letter. So bat, bug, bottle, banana, whoops, bow. And I used to have a real ball until some child decided to take it home. So I have a picture of a ball. And I guess I lost my bat at one time, but I found it. So I got a picture of a bat too. But there are 6 objects. And the tea box has a truck. Most of the items in these boxes came from my daughter's stash of toys that she had saved back from ever. This is like a tree from an aquarium that when we had fish. This is a turtle. It's a pencil topper. Little plastic tiger that came from some kind of toy set. It's one of our old house numbers from a long time ago, too. There's a cheapy little top that I just dropped. It went somewhere. Oh, there it is. Top. And there's the lowercase t and the capital T. So whenever I am reviewing a letter, I will show the students the objects that go with that letter one at a time, and they tell me what they are. And then I say, okay, what do all of those things begin with? And then they tell me. And then we have a book. Let me walk over here to show you the book. This is from the ABC Bootcamp bundle that you can get. Each student has their own little book, and they have a circle map for each letter, and I just make the circle map on the board. I just use my marker and just make a little oval, put the letters inside, and then I had a bus announcement, as I was saying. I just draw a circle map on the board with marker, and I pick about 6 students to give me something that begins with that letter, and we just write them down on the board, and then they write them in their little books. Then they have a whole kind of a little dictionary of words that begin with those letters. Something else we get to do is make a hat for each letter. And instead of doing one hat for each letter, since I'm doing 2 letters a day, I made my hats double-sided. So it's just a sentence strip. We did a bee today and a turtle. And then what I did was I went around with the sentence strips while the kids were working on coloring their turtles and bees. And I told them I needed to measure their brains. And they thought that was just hilarious and just giggled, giggled, giggled and thought I was so silly. I put their names on the inside because you know that kids just kind of leave their stuff everywhere. So that way we could know whose was whose. And then I folded it on the sides. And I was smart this year, I thought. This year I put a pencil X, one on each side. And I told them to put their bee on one of the X's and their turtle on the other X. So they knew exactly where it was going to go. So that worked out rather nicely. And then I got a picture of them wearing their hats, one on one side and one on the other. And I sent those pictures to all my parents via a text on the Remind app. So I think that'll be the parents have really gotten a kick out of the things I've sent them. I've sent them a picture of the class every day this week. On the first day, I showed them a picture of the kids with their glasses on, I think. Either that or, no. I took a picture of them with their jitter mix and their jitter juice. So the kids were holding up their cups of jitter juice and like saying jitters or something, I don't know. And then yesterday we made bus cookies, and I had them show their bus cookies, so the parents got to see that. And then today, like I said, I took 2 pictures. I took one with them wearing one thing on the front of their hat, and then I took another picture and they could flip their hat around so they could show both sides. So I sent those pictures. I think the parents are really enjoying seeing what their kids are doing every day. And that also gives them something to talk about when they see their kids in the evening. They can say, hey, what were you doing in this picture? Tell me about it. What was cool? So it's pretty neat. Conversation starter, at least. Wow. I spent my entire plan time today trying to get my purchase order from Amazon ordered. They keep changing how they want us to do our purchase orders for things, and it was kind of a nightmare. Even the secretary was frustrated because they keep changing it on her too. What we had to do was, couldn't just order it from our own Amazon account. We had to order it from the school account. Otherwise, you get charged sales tax now. So I had to go to the secretary. She had to log in on my computer with her business Amazon account for school. Well, that wasn't working very well. And apparently, I was putting a capital letter in when I shouldn't have been, so it's probably my fault. But anyway, finally got that done. Then I had to go find everything that I wanted to order, like search everything in the little search line on Amazon, put it in the cart. Then I had to go to the checkout screen and log back in again. Then I had to get the credit card information for the school and the purchase order number and the address of the school and all of that stuff. And I'm telling you, that took all of 45 minutes. It did. Because I had to run upstairs to talk to the secretary. Then I had to run back downstairs to talk to the people in the central office. Then I had to run back upstairs to the secretary. Then I went back to my room to put the purchase order together. Then I went back up to the secretary to order it. Holy cow. And by the time I was done, it was time to go get my kids and take them to lunch. The last 2 days, excuse me, I'm out of breath. The last 2 days, we were asked to eat lunch with our students in the cafeteria so that we could help them with the cafeteria expectations. And I really didn't mind so much eating with the kids because that's kind of fun. You get to know them. I felt more stressed out, though, because I felt like there were all these things that I should have been doing during lunch instead of just sitting there. And plus, you don't get a restroom break if you do that because, you know, you're with the kids and you can't leave them. So that was a little stressful for me. But today was the first day that we did not need to eat with them anymore. I am going to start eating with my terrific kid every Monday when we start that in September. Our terrific kid is student of the week. So that person that's chosen to be the terrific kid / student of the week, which is my very important pineapple, I'm going to let them choose either one or two friends. I haven't decided for sure, and I have not told them yet because they will totally hold me to it. Whatever I say. So I need to decide before I tell them, because that will be like I wrote it in gold with diamond sparkles. So whatever I say is what it's going to be for the year. So I better choose my words wisely. At least one other student will eat with them, because I don't personally feel comfortable just eating with a student in my classroom, just one of them, because, I don't know, people get weird ideas and we're not going to go there. So they will get to pick at least one friend, possibly two friends, to eat lunch in the classroom every Monday. So I'll have my little lunch bunch. Every Monday we'll eat in our classroom, which will be really cool. And I'm not sure what I want to do with them other than lunch. We might see how long it takes, because first graders are a little bit slow eating most of the time. I'll probably have a little treat for them or something. That'd be kind of cool. I don't really want to show like a video or anything, because I don't think we'd have time anyway. Because I'll still have to take the whole class upstairs to the cafeteria, get them settled, then come back down with the other 2 or 3, whatever I decide, get them situated to eat lunch, eat our lunch, then get them packed up again, then go back up to the cafeteria and pick the rest of the class up and dump our trays and come back down again. So there's not a ton of time. We have 30 minutes for lunch this year, but you know how quickly that goes. And how you don't really have 30 minutes. You have probably 20 by the time you drop them off and pick them up and go to the bathroom and check your box and check your emails and blah, blah, whatever else. And heat your lunch and actually eat it and digest it. That's probably not something that's going to happen all in one sitting, but you try. So, synopsis of the last 3 days of school. Monday was the eclipse. Monday was wackadoo. Monday being the first day of school and trying to teach expectations and trying to get them here and there on time was like herding cats. And it was herding cats that were crazy from the phases of the moon changing, or whatever you want to call the eclipse. So at like 12:45, we walked our students to the old playground and got them situated with their glasses after having a very, very long talk about safety and how you can't look directly at the sun and it can blind you and all this stuff. And also trying to give them a little bit of scientific information about what's going to happen. We were not in the path of totality. We were very close. About 45 minutes from us is the place where it was supposed to cross right through and have totality. It got to about a sliver. We started calling it the banana because it looked like a lit up banana from our glasses. The students were like, "Oh, that's cool." But then they were over it because they're 6 and 7 and they were like, "Are we done? Can we go? Is it over? What's going to happen?" So, you know, they thought it was cool for a couple minutes and then it was over with. They weren't really impressed with it, and I understood that. Right after that, we had recess, and then we did just a few things, and it was time to go home. I did a lot of reading stories that had some of our expectations built into the stories so they could kind of hear the scenarios of what the kids did and what they did right and what they didn't do right and how they fixed it and things like that. And we had discussions. That was mostly Monday. Then Tuesday, what did we do Tuesday? I broke out the trampoline, and they were all over that. So we kind of did that as an icebreaker to learn their names. That was fun. And then today we broke out the trampoline again. We did another game with names where they got to jump on the trampoline. So that was really fun because I think that they should know each other's names. I knew their names by the time we got to lunch on Monday because I make a point of knowing their names. But they don't always learn each other's names. And I realized one year at the end of the year, I still had students going, "The kid in the green shirt did this." And I'm like, "The kid in the green shirt? You mean David?" And they'd be like, "Okay." I'm like, "You seriously don't know this kid's name and you've been in school with him all year." So I'm making a point of never letting that happen again because that is very sad to be in a classroom with a child all year and not even know their name. So unless the kid gets in trouble a lot and hears their name called, I guess they don't realize what some of their names are. So we make a point of saying each other's names every day somehow, in a nice way, of course. Today we talked about bucket filling, and oh my goodness, I almost cried. Just thinking about it makes me so happy. It was just amazing because I first asked the students, "How many of you bucket filled last year? How many of you know what bucket filling is?" And about half of them raised their hands. And I thought that was amazing that those kindergarten teachers started bucket filling with them so early. I was so happy about that. Then I read them a couple of books about bucket filling. I can show you those in just a second. And
the first book they were a little chatty through, and we've talked about, you know how little kids are. They like to talk, just like adults do. But we talked about how, you know, what are our expectations on the rug? What do we do during the story? All that kind of stuff. And partway through the book, they were just mesmerized. Then when I got to the second bucket filling book, you could have heard a pin drop. It was amazing. And they were all into that story. They totally bought into it. They were all over the bucket filling. And then we talked about different ways we could fill each other's buckets and how awesome that would be, and that we're going to start doing that right away, and that it doesn't cost any money and just takes a little bit of your time, just a little bit of your effort. Even a smile can fill someone's bucket. So that was really cool. Let me take you over here and show you the books that I read. Here are the books I read today. And if you've never read these, I highly recommend them. Borrow them from the library or another teacher, or if you really want them, get them on Amazon. Alpha Oops is really funny. So the letters are tired of going in order, and Z is tired of being last all the time, so he decides to mix it up and go first. And they all get crazy wacky out of order, and it's really funny. So that kind of kicked off our ABC boot camp. Then we read Interrupting Chicken, and it's about a little chicken that just cannot wait till the end of a story and has to finish it off before the papa reads the rest of it, and it's kind of frustrating and it's silly. Then we read How Full Is Your Bucket for Kids, and that was really nice. It was a very nice reminder that everyone has an invisible bucket and what that means. And then we read Have You Filled a Bucket Today? And that goes into a lot of detail of how you can fill someone's bucket and how you can dip from someone's bucket as well. I also got the book that Miss May talked about. If I can find it. I got this one, Bucket Filling from A to Z, The Key to Being Happy. I actually ordered 2 bucket filling books. This one is the one that she talked about on her video just a while back. Fill a Bucket, A Guide to Daily Happiness for Young Children. So I'm going to read those 2 tomorrow, and then we'll start, and then I'll show them the bucket filling slips. Let me take you over and show you those, because I think I showed them in my classroom video. But just to remind you, my shoes are very squeaky today. The kids are going to have yellow bucket filling slips. It says, I'm a bucket filler. And then they put the student's name here on the line. I just want you to know, and something nice about them, and then they sign at the bottom. And then I have ones that are printed on white paper, but they're in color. And then those are just different ways you can fill buckets, which I showed in my tour. So if you saw that, then you already saw this. But if you didn't, there you go. The only downside I'm seeing to all these wonderful lights and lamps is that I have to remember to turn them off every day. There we go. Might help if I turn it the right direction. So I've got that lamp. I have a switch for that side of the lights and a switch for that side of the lights. Then I have this pineapple lamp on my desk. Oh, and a student gave me this when she came for open house. Isn't that so cute? Because in my welcome letter, one of the things I told the kids I liked was owls. So isn't that the cutest thing? It's a little coffee cup, so I can use that. I'm going to turn off my pineapple lamp. Then I've got this lamp back here that has to be turned off. Then those lights need to be turned off, and I can't reach them right now, so I'll climb up in a minute. And then those lights over there need to be turned off. So really, that's the only downside to having all the lamps in my classroom. Here are the bucket filling slips that I will fill out for the kids, and that way they'll know right away that it's from me. So I'll do the same thing. I'll fill out the person's name and then why I'm filling their bucket or why they filled my bucket, and then I'll sign it, Mrs. Bond. A classroom management thing that I got from Mr. Greg at the kindergarten Smorgasboard last year is the doorbell, the wireless doorbell. And you can hear it. This is Hootie the Owl. There is an outlet back here, and the kids can't see the thing at all. And so the first time I did that, they looked all over to find Hootie the Owl, and I'm like, you're never going to find him. But I told them that Hootie makes that noise when he wants people to listen to me. And so it's an attention getter. We've also been doing class, yes, yes, and the clap, and 1, 2, 3 eyes on me, and I'll just wait for everyone to listen to me, and just random things so they don't get stuck on any one thing. Let me show you something cool that I did to my computer screen, if I can get all the things. Look at that. Cool. I think those signs look awesome up there. I was so excited when I found the read one. Oh, it was just in a random bag in my office at home, back in the corner where I didn't think to look. So very happy I found it right in time for open house. I was able to put it up that morning when I came in, and it was all ready to go. I am so sorry that I did not do an open house tour. The day just got away from me because we had meetings, and then open house happened, and I just wanted to go home. So let me show you the signs that I made for that. Here is what I put on my little welcome table. It kind of looks pineapple-y. It's some of the fabric I used to make my little VIP skirt here. Okay, this was on my board on that apple tree pocket chart. And I had little apple cutouts that had different items that students and parents could grab to donate to the class. All right, this was right inside the door as they came in. Find your cubby and put your things inside. Some just random papers here. Okay. This was on a table. Important papers. Be sure to look these over and return by Monday. And I had these green trays. I have the papers in them. These are just those easels I got from Target in the Bullseye Playground. Number 3 was sign up for Remind. Follow the directions on a sheet. And then I had this sheet stuck to an easel that had the directions and how to sign up for it. Then this was on the little table right outside the door where they could sign in. And then they had a scavenger hunt page that just had the different stations to go to. And then this was on the wall as they came in, right outside the door. Welcome to open house. First grade will be sweet. So they just went through and followed the scavenger hunt directions. And it took them through the room to different stations, and also asked the kids to find things like, how many places can you find your name or student number? Can you find the classroom library? Can you find the classroom calendar? Can you find where you put your lunch name up when you come in? Can you find your cubby? Can you find the paper towels? You know, just random stuff around the room so they could kind of get acclimated to the room and kind of know where some of the stuff was. It made it kind of nice because then they were a little bit familiar when they came in and sort of knew what I was talking about when I said to go here, there, or the other. All in all, this day was so much smoother. Of course, every day gets better and better. Sorry, I'm putting things away because it's almost time to leave. Yay, and my daughter will be here on the shuttle bus. It'll come right outside the door here. Through these windows is where the bus area is. They will be coming soon, and she will be ready to fly out of here. So I'm hoping I can be all packed up. I gotta get these shoes off. They are squishing my feet. Whew. So I'm happy to say that day 1 I survived. Day 2 was even better. But day 3 today, even though I went to bed with a headache and woke up with a headache, by the time I got partway through the day, it wasn't really bothering me too much. And I think we had a really good time. And this precious little boy that was kind of making me question my choice in professions on Monday, today I helped him fix something that he had trouble with. Can't remember what it was. He was working on his hat. Oh, he had lost one of the flippers for his turkey. Right, because we made turkeys. He lost one of the flippers to his turtle. He'd already colored it and cut it out, and he couldn't find it because it was like, you know, that big. And he goes, oh no, I lost one of these pieces. And so we looked all over. We looked under things. We looked around things. It was nowhere to be found. And I said, he goes, do you have another one? I said, tell you what, why don't we take the one flipper that you have, and you've got some extra scraps of paper here.
Teachers, please prepare your students to load late buses. Teachers, please prepare your students to load late buses.
That was Miss Kathy, our awesome secretary, that also is the voice of Elmo on our announcements, and it's amazing. Okay, as I was saying, he lost one of his turtle flippers, couldn't find it, asked if we had another one. I did, but I thought, hey, I think we can just fix it. I said, tell you what, why don't we take this beautiful flippers you've already cut out and just trace it, and you can make a new one. And he goes, okay. He goes, you're the nicest teacher ever. You're just the best teacher. And I just went, oh, thanks. Well, you're the best student. And I thought, on Monday, I was kind of ready to chuck him out the door to another classroom for just a little while so I could get a break. But today, what a sweetheart. So, like I said earlier on like the breakfast video that I put up, I just kind of am letting Monday just be a distant, not great memory, whatever. We survived. It wasn't, I don't know. I can't really explain. If you're not a teacher, and well, if you're not, you're probably a teacher if you're watching this, but if you don't work with the younger students, you probably haven't seen all the madness that happens when the weather changes and when the moon phases are different and things. But let me tell you, they just are insane. They can't focus. They can't listen. They don't sit still. They won't stop talking. They can't line up. It's like they've forgotten how to be in school. And of course it was the first day too. So that was, you know, they had forgotten how to be in school, to be honest, because it was the first day back from summer. And a lot of them probably didn't have to do much of anything over summer, which is how it should be. But I was really questioning my choice of profession on Monday. When I got home, I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot do this every day. This is going to kill me. But I decided, you know what? Don't hold that against them at all, because they really couldn't help it. I mean, the school kind of hyped up the eclipse, and the kids didn't even really know what it was. So they didn't really know what to expect. They had different ideas in their head what it was going to be. So I just decided Monday, we just got through it and moved on. And yesterday was better, and today was even better still. And tomorrow is our last day for the week, because Friday we have a professional development day already, the first week of school. And I guess I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'd rather have the kids though, because, you know, sitting in those chairs and listening to somebody talk or doing their little icebreaker activities or whatever, that wears me out more than being with the kids all day. But I guess we're going to be talking about how we're going to structure our OLC time this year. And we've got brand new reading libraries for first grade, which is why I got this. That's why I got that unit, so that I have more room to house the leveled library books that I'm going to use in reading groups. So I think part of our PD is going to be learning about that and unboxing it so we can start using all of that. And I think it's supposed to have even lessons with the different levels of books, so I'm excited. I've been here 10 years in first grade, and we've never gotten guided reading books for first grade like that. Never. We've gotten a little bit here and there, but they've never gotten us like an entire set for each classroom. So we're talking thousands of dollars of books, and I am so excited. And I'm so ready to get rid of the books that aren't very good quality. I've not gotten rid of any books, because a book is better than no book. At least a child is reading something. It's not quality literature. It's not the best books out there. And they're not even necessarily on the right level, because different books are leveled differently. You do the best that you can. But these, I think, are Fontes and Pinnell leveled library books, which is like the creme de la creme of leveled library. That's the testing system that we use. And that is how we go by, you know, what level they should be on at what point in the year. And we have reading recovery teachers that are Title I teachers that go by that. So it's going to all tie together and be wonderful. So that's a synopsis of my week to date. I will chat with you later. Thanks for joining me. Before I go, I had to show you this. So I showed you the owl cup that one of the beautiful children gave me. Another one of my lovelies brought this to me at open house. Oh, Milan's chocolate truffles. I broke into these on Monday and ate one because I needed something, something to get me through the day. So it was delicious. I'm going to pace myself and make this last as long as I can. So, I keep this in my secret stash drawer down here with my Oreos that I can give out. So, I was super excited to receive that. I just need to figure out who it was so I can give her thank you note. Because I kind of feel very unappreciative when I haven't filled out the thank you note yet. So, I kind of need to scope that out, because I feel like I think I know who the student is, but I'm not positive. So, I need to scope it out a little bit. But, anyway, thanks for joining my randomness, and I will talk to you later. Bye. So I thought I'd try this outfit of the day thing. So I got this swingy sleeveless top from Old Navy, and just some black capris that I've had for a while, probably from Target or something. This necklace from Dress Barn, jingly bracelets from Maurice's, and earrings. Earrings from just black from Cato.
Good morning. It is Thursday, August 24th. It is day 4 of school. It's our last day of the week because tomorrow we have a PD all day. So this is like our fake Friday. So I told the kids they could wear their brag tags. Sorry, I'm trying to move my chair real fast out of my way so I don't trip. And I wanted to show you the snack that we're making today. It's actually The snack that we're making today actually goes along with the lesson about being kind and how we want our classroom to be. So let me flip the camera around and show you. Some of the components of our snack are pineapple tidbits and mandarin oranges. I also have mini marshmallows. I just noticed I did not change the state for the last 2 days. Let's fix that. There we go. And here's the bowl to mix it in. It makes a fruit salad. We call it friendship salad because all of the things that you put in it have a certain type of student that they represent. Here are the little cups that we're going to use. We also have Cool Whip because that's the sweetness on top of our classroom. That's all the kind things. And the marshmallows stand for like all the little kind words that you say. So it's all the characteristics that you want in your classroom. And there's also strawberries. I just washed them and stemmed them and put them in my refrigerator. So I just have to cut them up while I'm doing the lesson. And it works out well because you can talk while you're cutting up the slices of strawberries. But the strawberries can stand for like students that are honest and hardworking, and then the mandarin oranges can stand for students that follow directions the first time. Your pineapple tidbits can stand for students that are very responsible and helpful and kind. And then the very last thing that you put in before the Cool Whip, you put the fruit in, and then you go, oh, I almost forgot, and you go get the nastiest, blackest banana that you could make up before the lesson. So mine's in the freezer, so it should be pretty grody looking by the time we get to our snack this morning. That is the rotten banana. That is the student you do not want in your classroom. That is the one that is mean, that says nasty words, like not necessarily swear words, but says unkind words, and is mean to people, that doesn't do their work, that doesn't follow directions, that doesn't stay in their spot, that hurts people, whether physically or with their words. So, and then you go, oh yeah, we need to put this in, and the kids are like, ew, no, and I'm like, well, why don't you want this banana with our fruit? And that's before you tell them what it stands for. You just are putting the fruit into the salad. And they're like, because it will ruin the salad. And I'm like, oh, so rotten banana would ruin the salad? And then you talk about all the characteristics of a rotten banana and how that rotten banana would ruin our classroom as well. It's a great object lesson, and it makes a very yummy snack too. So, just an idea. I can link my little thing that I made up to go with it down below. Like type it out, or maybe I can put it as a Google Doc. I'm not sure. I'll see what I have time for. But I need to snarf down some of my breakfast sandwich, which is right here. It was a little too warm, so I need to eat that a little bit, and then the kids will be coming, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi. My kids are at recess. We've had a really good day. Today's like Friday for us. It's Thursday still. Oh yeah, I did vlog this morning. Yay! I'm kind of getting the swing of things. We're going to make our alphabet hats when we come back from recess. They're doing the letters F and N. Yes. So we're making a frog and a noodle, and I'll show you that hat in just a second. Okay, here's the frog hat. And then flip it around. And there's the noodle. So that's what they'll work on when they come back in. We've got the pages laying out here. I just need to take the paper clips off. I've already talked to them about what they're going to do, and then we'll just need to pack and go home. So that'll be good. A few of my friends have started getting stickers on their Super Improvers cards, and they are really excited about it. They're having a really hard time focusing and listening. They get very, very, very out of control loud, and it's really hard to get their attention back. And so I've really started being really mindful of choosing a student that I really like what they're doing. I'll say, oh, I'm so proud of, so-and-so. They are sitting so nicely, and they are doing such a great job following directions or whatever. And I'm really proud of them. And then they go get to put a sticker on their chart or on the card. And the other students are like, ooh, I want to do that too. Here are the letters that we did today. I got my F box and my N box. And then I'll show you what's inside these real fast. Got a notebook, necklace, a 9, noodles, a nose, a nickel, and of course capital and lowercase. And then actually on the back of these lids, I put the objects that are in there. Which way does it go? Yes, because I can read. There we go. Anyway, that's the ones in the N box, and then here's the F box. Really fast. And we had friendship salad for our snack, and I showed you that this morning. Got floss, a flag, a flashlight, a fish, a frog, a flower, and the capital on lowercase f. We didn't get all the activities done today for F because we were finishing up things from yesterday. So it's really hard getting everything done. Next week I begin reading testing. So that will, I'm just going to test, I try to do like 2 kids a day for the next 2 weeks and hopefully get all of them done. But they'll get to make their hats when they come back in. And hopefully that'll go fast because we'll only have about 40 minutes to do our hats. And so hopefully they can do that quickly. And then we'll get them packed up and get them to the pickup area and the bus area and get them all squared away. Oh, let me show you the binders that I got put together with them yesterday. I don't think I got to show you that. We did it at the very end of the day, and of course then they took them home and I couldn't show you. So let me go over to the cubbies. Come with me to the cubbies. We'll walk over here and I will grab one out. Sorry it's so dark in here. I really like the lights off when the kids aren't here because it's very peaceful. Okay, it's really shadowy though. Grab one out here. Okay, so let me show you what they look like. All right, here is their pineapple binder, and it has their student number and their name. Okay, and then pineapple stands for productive, independent, neatly organized, engaged, always prepared people learning every day. I don't expect them to remember that. But inside these binders, they take these home every day and bring it back every day. I got the spelling words for the year so they can practice them at home. I've got the class list, and I've got our schedule. And then this is their bring back folder, which I think I did show you that. And then anything they need to bring back to school goes on the right back to school side, and anything that stays at home is left at home. So that is what they use to pack their things. And today's things that they had to pack are, oops, sorry, it got very, very dark again. Got my newsletter. I send that home every Friday so they know what's going on for the next week. Got a book order, yay. I thought I had something else. Maybe I don't. Let me check. Oh, yes. The recipe for our friendship salad. So there's the recipe. If you would like to take a screenshot, there it is. Hold it there. Hi. I thought I would just close out the vlog because I don't know that there'll be interesting things to tell you about the PD tomorrow. If there are, I may just tack that on to something else. I don't know. I kind of don't think there's going to be much to say about it. I can do a recap next week if there was anything interesting, but I'm probably going to be pretty much stuck the whole day with that. So probably no time to vlog anyway. I'm about to go make supper. I'm going to make loose meat sandwiches and baked beans and some macaroni and cheese and just throw it together. My daughter's boyfriend is here, so he's going to join us for supper. My husband is on his way, and I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you later. Hi, I just got to thinking that you may not know what I meant by loose meat sandwich. I'm from Iowa, so that was a thing. My grandma also called these beef burgers. Basically, it's a hamburger that's not in a patty form. It's a ground up hamburger, like a sloppy joe without the sloppy joe stuff. You just put hamburger seasonings into it, and then you just load it on your bun and put a slice of cheese on it and let it melt, and it kind of glues it together. So it's like a hamburger, but it's a ground up hamburger. So that's what we're having for supper.